What's going on, YouTube, fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. Dating can be a good thing or a bad thing. The pros of looking for someone to start a life with is the excitement, the butterflies you get when you really are feeling that person and connecting with them on all levels. Some people get lucky. They meet a few people, go out a few times, but in a short period, they realize the one that best suits them and their needs cuts everyone else off, and eventually, if the relationship works out, they take that big step, marriage. But others deal with the cons. Dating for years, multiple people, every time it seems like the right person comes around, something happens and it just doesn't work out. For a lot of men and women, it gets exhausting as the dating pool is flooded with people with unrealistic standards, complexes, or simply just crazy and throw it off. I can't speak for women, but for men, dating can be a sport. It challenges us to put our best game forth. Try to bag the baddest female in the city, the one who is beautiful, educated, has a lot going for herself. If you pull that off and take her down, it's almost like winning a trophy. Sometimes we have good intentions, like shorty might be the one. Other times, it might just be to have some fun. But depending on the type of woman that bad independent chick is, you have to be careful. Most females that have their stuff together and know exactly what they want, if you lay down with her and decide later on she is not it because everything that glitters isn't gold, you might find yourself on the receiving end of a woman's scorn, and the outcome can be fatal. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to the District of Columbia, Washington D.C, to discuss the case of a jealous woman who snapped after a man rejected her and refused to make her his girlfriend. Back in 2020, 37-year-old Rejection Dix was navigating life and making big moves while doing so. Living in South Bend, Indiana, the woman had received multiple degrees, and at that stage of her life was topping off her education, going to college in Chicago, attending the University of Illinois, studying to get her PhD in criminology. In Indiana, Rejection had a great job at Notre Dame, the world-famous college, where she made good money, and for any regular person, that would be a forever career. But the young woman was ambitious and wanted more. Beautiful and smart, you would think Rejection would have her pick of the litter when it came to getting the attention of any man. But she was single and searching. Then in late February of 2020, her luck would change when she was out at a bar in South Bend. While having a drink, a man caught her eye. He was at the time 44-year-old Terry Hickman. See, like Rejection, Terry had accomplished a lot in life. In his younger years, he was big into sports, football in particular, which landed him a full scholarship to college. He decided to attend Morris Brown of Atlanta before then transferring to Olivet College in Michigan. A Chicago native, Terry grew up fast, and in college found himself set back a little bit by having a child. But it didn't stop the man. Ambitious, he found many ways to support his family, and by 2008, Terry had hit the jackpot, becoming the CEO of a $1 million crude oil family trucking company called PCS. Being the boss man of the company allowed Terry to travel at will and move to different states, such as Tennessee, North Dakota, amongst many other places. Terry's life fascinated Rejection. As the two sipped and talked, she was happy to meet a man on her level. Plus, it had been hard dating in 2020, mid-pandemic. But Terry had recently got divorced, had 3 kids, and wasn't looking for anything serious. But that didn't stop the two from casual dating. When he was in town, he would spend time with Rejection, to the point she considered the man her boyfriend and was looking to take things to the next level. But after a few months, 3 to be exact, Terry would grow bored with the situationship and decided to fall back from Rejection. But the young lady wasn't giving up without a fight. She contacted Terry's family and friends looking for advice on how to keep him and make him happy, offering them money, paid trips, buying his daughter jewelry, and calling and texting Terry multiple times daily, to the point he had to block her and tell her she should respect boundaries and leave him and his family alone. Terry had just reconnected with his daughter, who was attending college in Washington, D.C. Being that he could work from anywhere, he moved to the D.C. area to be close to her. As months went by, Rejection kept attempting to contact Terry and his family, to the point they felt there was stalking and she was crazy. By November 2020, Rejection became upset after realizing Terry had been texting one of her close friends, who she had previously introduced him to. He was texting the woman about business ideas, but Rejection took it as he was using her to meet other women that he really wanted to be with. Feeling played, she told her friend he better stop playing with me or I will literally kill him. She had recently went to Florida and bought a gun and told everyone Terry was the reason she bought it. She wanted to confront the man, but she didn't know where he lived until she did some research and found he had an address in D.C. She decided she would grab her gun, get on a plane from Indiana, and fly to D.C. unannounced. On November 14th, Rejection got off the plane, rented a car, and drove to Terry's apartment, located in the 1000 block of 4th Street Southwest. As she banged on the door, Terry, confused and a little irritated, let her in so he wouldn't disturb his neighbors. While in the apartment, she confronted Terry about their relationship, in which he told her it wasn't one. Their fling was over, before soon multiple shots went off. Rejection called D.C. police, crying, stating she just shot her boyfriend. When they responded to the location, she wouldn't open the apartment door, so they used the master key to enter. Once they walked in, police found Rejection holding a gun and Terry suffering from 4 gunshot wounds, including one to the back of his head. He was unfortunately pronounced gone on the scene. A woman was on Rejection's phone on speaker. She told police she was Rejection's mother. She stated her daughter told her Terry had pushed her, but when police attempted to talk to Rejection, she seemed dazed and claimed to have memory loss from blacking out. Neighbors reported they heard yelling coming from the apartment, shots going off, then a woman crying, saying, "No, stay with me, don't die." As Rejection got medical attention, paramedics found no evidence that she was hit or pushed, as she claimed she hit her head. She was taken to the police station for questioning. By this time, detectives had already talked to Terry's family, who gave them the rundown on how he rejected her, but she kept stalking him and his peoples. In interrogation, Rejection cried as police asked what happened. After trying to play victim, they tried a different angle, showing her the pictures of Terry's body and the damage she caused. She screamed and yelled, "Get it away from me. I'm sorry, but you don't do nobody who you say you love like that. That's not love," referring to her and Terry's relationship. She was taken into custody, charged with an illegal gun, ammunition, and first-degree murder charges. As the case made its way to trial, Terry's whole family was dead and had a lot to say about Rejection. They pointed to the fact a grown woman couldn't take no for an answer, so she became obsessed, started stalking them, and when all that didn't work, she decided to take Terry's life in the end. And if I can't have you, nobody can type of fashion. With the family already grieving and not wanting to go through with the trial, the court offered Rejection a plea deal to plead the second-degree hit while armed and serve 18 years. Even though some of Terry's family members disagreed and were mad and felt she deserved life, others wanted it to be over. And in 2023, Rejection Dix looked back at the family crying, saying she was sorry before being sentenced to 18 years in prison. Rest in peace to Terry. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. This case goes to show you, just because a person seems whole on the outside doesn't mean they are good on the inside. Rejection seems spoiled, always getting her way and couldn't accept the fact Terry didn't want her. In her defense, fellas, we gotta hear women out when they say what they are looking for. If they say marriage, love, or if we lay down, you are my man, take that for what it is. It's never right to take a life over a broken heart, but some people do. She took that man away from his 3 kids over a 3-month fling. She told the police, "You don't play or hurt people you love," but then shoots the man she claimed she was in love with. She didn't understand the differences. It's a thin line between love and hate, and she hated Terry for not wanting her. Now she has to sit and reflect with that for the next 18 years. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on the situation. And remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, this was a crazy story. Rest in peace to Terry. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.